What a crazy past couple of days, honestly. Like, we have been packing the house into boxes, packing the caravan, the kombi. It is starting to feel really crazy. Like, it is Thursday and we leave the next Wednesday. So I'm currently basically packing the whole vans. I've got our like lounge and pillows here. I'm putting all of our pots and pans in. I'm going to be filling up this rack here full of our spices. So yeah, it has been absolutely crazy. Last minute our bond cleaner pulled out, so stressful time. We've had to yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think packing up a house, most people will pack up their house and move to a new house, and we are packing up a house but also packing up a van, and doing both at once is really crazy. Just a quick update from the road. We definitely didn't have the best start of our trip. Today we left Brisbane around like 11 AM and we literally was like backfiring. Our kombi was backfiring and just struggling, and we had no idea what that was about. So we managed to find a Volkswagen mechanic, so we just spent 3 hours basically driving around finding a mechanic, and thankfully he was able to fix it. But yes, definitely not the best start to our adventure. But I guess that's just all part of owning a kombi. Yeah, but Sol, do you want to explain like what exactly happened?
Well, we kind of got like 15 minutes down the road and then it started backfiring. Tried to push it so it went a bit further, but it just wasn't getting any better. I happened to have known of this mechanic, so drove back 20 minutes back where we'd just come from to Salisbury, to Leon's Motors. Dropped in there and he was able to quickly just check over everything and found a wire that had come off one of the carbies, and it was just, yeah, helping to balance everything, and that was what was backfiring it. So luckily, yeah, no other issues. It was a nice, easy fix. Although he did bring up a lot of other issues that we will have to
figure out another time.
Yes, figure out another time. So hopefully, we're technically only half an hour from home. Hopefully we'll actually get further this time. Yes,
hopefully there's no other issues and we can literally like get to our trip. Okay, we're trying to go up the Toowoomba range and we are currently in third gear.
Going 55 and down.
55 kilometers an hour.
Alright, going down the second.
This is crazy.
That's a big boy. Oh, yeah. So, just stopped after our first drive, and I think there's a little bit of an issue with our cupboards.
Literally everything is fallen out.
One of them stayed shut.
Oh, well, our food is like everywhere. So yeah. I think we're going to have to work on some things.
Yeah, there'll be some adjustments made tonight, I think.
But this is our first camp spot. And we're all set out and ready. So here we are on our first night of our trip, and we are having 2-minute noodles. Super easy. I am not a big fan of 2-minute noodles, but I found ones that I would possibly like. But yeah, basically we're at this free camp. We've set up the kombi and caravan. There's lots and lots of campers here, which is great. And yeah, so this is our first morning. We just woke up and it's roughly 8 o'clock. Last night was very cold. We were wearing our beanies, making a pot of tea, and then having some breakfast, and then we'll head off to our next destination.
Dolby, get some fuel.
Yes, going to stop in at Dolby and get some fuel. Finishing some tuna and salad wraps. We are in, I don't even know what town, some town on the highway, and Sol has been here for literally an hour and a half.
Yes.
And I'm getting frustrated at him because he's the one that said that today we were going to drive a long way, and we woke up early, got out in 0 degrees weather, because he said that we were going to drive a long way. And so I had a nap on the bed. I managed to get lots of things done and managed to make us lunch, and not even sure what Sol's doing, to be honest.
I won't know until we start the kombi if what I've done's even helped.
Yeah, so basically yeah, we've lost an hour and a half of driving, and I'm hoping that whatever Sol's been doing is worth that hour and a half of wasted time. We just pulled in to our amazing campsite for the night. It's only $5, and we got a hot shower and the toilets, which is so cool. I reckon it's the best $5 I've spent in a long time, and I feel like we've had a bit of luxury on the road. And Sol is pretending he's cooking dinner, but realistically I was cooking dinner.
No, I'm at the stove on the camera.
But we are going to have pesto and pasta for dinner tonight, so getting a whole load of veggies in while there's veggies around us. So we are possibly heading to Longreach today. We're not quite sure if we'll make it that far, but we might. It is super bouncy, these roads. We are constantly going all over the place, it feels like it. And it's also super windy, which makes it not a great drive and makes it even slower for us. I think we're sitting on 71 kilometers an hour, so it's pretty slow. But we're hoping that the wind sort of dies down or just goes a different direction. So this is what happens every time we pull into a small town. So we're trying to stop somewhere to have lunch somewhere. But because these towns are so small, there's pretty much like one tiny little park that might have a toilet or like a visitor centre. So Sol just randomly likes to drive around everywhere, basically the whole town twice, just to find somewhere where we can pull over.
The best one.
What's going on, Sol?
So, just about to leave Longreach, and I thought I'd just give it a little check. And this is floating around. So our tow ball, if you go down lower, the nut should be all the way up there, and that's why this is just moving.
So this is not very good.
So this is probably from all those bumps we were dealing with. So now I'm probably going to have to go find another tow ball at a Wreckers.
Great.
Yeah, or do this one up, we'll see. So we made a quick pit stop, and we're able to get a new ball on it, which with a new nut, and they let me a nice big wrench to do it up. So hopefully, no more issues would be ideal.
Into our camp spot, and it's pretty full. Don't know how we're gonna fit in, but some way we will. We just left Winton. It's a very small town. We got some fuel and we stopped for breakfast. So that was great. How long is it till the next petrol station?
It's about 150 k's if they're open, and if they're not open, it's going to be about 350.
Yeah, so that's quite a big distance between like towns. So we're basically on like the open road, and we have one jerry can. So
yeah, our fuel consumption's very high, so we may or may not make it without using the jerry can.
So yeah, we'll just see how this road goes. But yeah, there's definitely not many people around. So wish us luck.
So, we've just stopped for fuel in Cloncurry and hoping that it'll be nice and smooth. Got 98 at a cheap price, and now the kombi won't start. So, I don't know, we've pushed it out of the petrol station for now. Hoping while it cools down. It was very hot. Once it cools down a bit, it'll hopefully be better. But yeah, we've got a I've got a fan set up, try and blow some cool air on it. I think it's the 123 ignition that we put in that has a cutout temperature on it, so maybe that's the issue. But yeah, not even turning over, so yeah.
so we made it to Mount Isa. We have been to many mechanics today, driving around town, went to Coles, stocked up on some food, booked into this caravan park at Mount Isa. It's only $20 a night for unpowered, which is pretty good.
We also got a pie. Don't forget that.
We also got a pie for lunch, which was a nice treat, but it was 36 degrees here today. So yeah, I'm completely over the heat. Sol is completely over me complaining about how hot I am and how the heat is affecting me. So basically we've had no luck at any of the mechanics. Either they're too busy or they can't help because it is quite a unique vehicle. So basically we are going to just pack up tomorrow and we're completely changing our travel plans. We were originally obviously going through all Northern Territory and exploring all the national parks, but instead we are now going to leave outback Australia, which is kind of sad, and move to the coast and explore Cairns and all around that area. So I'm very... And find a mechanic, yes. So our kombi isn't actually fixed at all. We are just hoping that the drive from Mount Isa to Cairns, it works and we don't break down because we're pretty much stranded otherwise. So yeah, that's our new travel plans. So I don't know if you can see, but in the background here, this afternoon another kombi rocked up, which was amazing to see. We have not seen like another kombi on the road forever, so that was really cool to see. So we have basically made it to the coast, which is very relieving. We left Mount Isa, was it like 4 days ago? 3 days ago, probably, I think. Near Townsville now, so yeah, that was really good. There was some nice free camp spots we stayed at along the way, but yeah.
And to get here, I actually took the solar panel off the roof and adjusted our front windbreaker so that it flows a bit better. Don't know if it's helped because so far we've either had hills or we've had headwinds and our fuel economy has been very high. So, yet to find out if it actually made a difference. But, oh well, we're getting there. We're hopefully meeting up with someone. In the next few days, we'll be able to help me fix the carbies and the vacuum vans, and hopefully be back on the road, good as new.
Yeah, so there is a guy that commented on our post, I think, in Facebook, who owns a kombi in Townsville, and basically said he was happy to help us because not many mechanics are free until like a few weeks, so we're still not really sure exactly what we're going to do, but hopefully this guy will help. But yes, I don't know if you can see, but you can see the mountain in the distance. It's definitely feeling more tropical than what we've felt the whole time. We are at Townsville. We are staying in my family's backyard in the kombi and the caravan, and we basically turned around at Mount Isa and came back to Townsville, which was a whirlwind. We went along the Flinders Highway, so that was a little bit scary at times with all the things that have happened there. But yes, I was glad to see green trees and beautiful weather up at Townsville.
Cool winds.
Cool winds, it's not too hot, it's like the perfect temperature. But yes, there was a guy that lives in Townsville, and Sol will explain a bit more about what we've been doing here.
Yeah, so we decided Townsville because A, that was where the highway went, and B, there's just more mechanics on the East Coast. Unfortunately, all of those mechanics are booked up flat out for the next 3 weeks. Haven't been able to get in to see any of them. I put a post up in the Townsville page, and a local beat-up collector was nice enough to let me go over there for a few hours so we could go through the kombi and see if we could figure out what the issue was. We've kind of figured out a lot of new things about the kombi which we didn't know, which is
not great.
Yeah, not
It's not
terrible,
exactly what we wanted.
Not what we thought we had. But yeah, so we still haven't really, we know what the issue is in a way, but we still need to go see a VW mechanic and actually just have him go through the kombi and deal with a lot of those issues. So we're trying to toss up whether we head back down to the coast and just book so far in advance that we actually make it, or if we hang around here hoping that one of the VW mechanics can actually fit us in.
Yeah, so we might potentially like go explore. So we might
up to Cairns.
drive up to Cairns and Port Douglas, which is what we really want to do now that our whole travel plans have gone downhill. So we're hoping that we can still go and explore and see some of the islands around here. And there is a guy in Cairns, so we may potentially book in with him. We're not too sure. So Sol's just going to explain to us a little bit about what we found out with the whole kombi engine. Yeah, okay, take it away, Sol.
Well, with what I know, which is very little. So, down here, we have an engine number, which says this is a 2 litre. And it matches up to this.
Wait, let me get it on video.
Here it is, just here. You can't really see it very well because they didn't do them very tight, but so we've always based off that, yep, this is a 2 litre. And now I went and saw this collector who has split screens, Beetles, Type 3s, every kind of kombi imaginable, and it was, yeah, very good, very knowledgeable. And he's like, oh, there's another number down here, let's just, for fun, check to see what it says. And it says that it's a 1.8 litre. So what they've done is they put a 1.8 litre here, and then just put this little cover back on, which says it's a 2 litre. So
all this time, which is about 7 years that I've owned this kombi, we thought it was a 2 litre. So everything that we've gotten done,
yes,
has been based on a 2 litre engine.
Every mechanic we've been to has never checked there, as far as I know. So they've always thought it was a 2 litre. We've had 2 litre heads put on it. But the other thing is that these carbies, as far as we can tell, are from a different 1800s. They're not even matched to the 1800 engine we've got in there. So it's a big mismatch.
This engine is completely like a puzzle right now. It's got parts from all different engines.
Yeah, after owning it for this long, we still don't know what we own or what we've got. But the flip side is it has been running all those years pretty much fine, just we never had a big load like a caravan on it. Even though it's not heavy, it's still heavier. So yeah, we're hoping to find a mechanic who's able to actually tell us what each individual part is and organise it so that it all runs together really well and will actually continue keeping us motoring for another few more years.